common sense recap of the day's biggest stories. It's John Catsimatidis and Rita Cosby. Katz and Cosby on 77 WABC.
Now I understand Gordon Chang is calling in, and we got problems. And I was on Maria Bartiromo's show on Friday, and she played it over the weekend too. Who's in charge of the White House? Nobody. Right now, it looks like China wants to take over the Philippines, that Iran is running havoc in the Suez Canal and the Red Sea through their surrogate Hezbollah, and it's crazy. Gordon Chang, give us an update. What the heck is going on in the Philippines and in China?
Yeah, and by the way, Belarus is massing its forces on the border with Ukraine, and China was just actually exercising its military with Belarus's about a month ago. Right now, as you point out, Biden is checked out, and the Chinese understand that. And I think that's part of the motivation for them actually engaging in a series of very belligerent activities against the Philippines. The most recent was just yesterday. Part of it is also because China right now, the regime is under incredible stress internally. And so I think Xi Jinping is reacting to that as well. But whatever it is, John, the Chinese regime right now is on a bender. It's going after the Philippines, it's going after Taiwan, and it's going after Japan. China just actually flew one of its military aircraft through sovereign Japanese airspace, perhaps the first time that's ever happened. So this is an incredibly dangerous situation right now.
And the Red Sea, they sunk that Greek tanker, and there's a big environmental problem. Where are the environmentalists? They're not yelling.
Excuse me, I didn't catch
They sank a Greek tanker in the Red Sea.
Yes.
Where's the environmentalists?
Well, no, of course not. They're not there. And also the environmentalists were absent when China was reclaiming those 7 reefs in the South China Sea and the Spratlys. They were nowhere to be heard as China was destroying coral left, right, and center. Yeah, the environmental movement is not an environmental movement. It's a leftist movement. It supports these horrible regimes when they go out and destroy the environment. And, it's just one more thing that really should worry everybody, that right is wrong and black is white. It's just incredibly dangerous right now.
Peter King.
Yeah, Gordon, this is Pete King. First of all, thanks for all your great work. I have assuming the worst, assuming China does invade or go after the Philippines, how much ability do the Philippines have to resist that?
They don't really have that much because they don't have very much of a military. They don't have very much of a Coast Guard. What they do have is a lot of pluck. And for the last 9 months to a year, they have been frustrating China. And they've been getting China very angry. And you can see it in the Chinese response to the Philippines. What the Philippines has are friends. They have Japan and the United States. There's a 1951 mutual defense treaty we have with the Philippines. So we basically are their defense, the United States of America.
So a war against the Philippines is a war against the United States.
Absolutely. And probably what happens is if China goes after the Philippines hard, almost the rest of the region will join in as well. Australia, Japan, North Korea, and Russia on the other side. This is a situation where we could have all the countries being combatants.
Wow. Gordon, how also much is this that all these adversaries, you just talked about also like all the movements with China, Belarus, Iran, all of these bad actors, if you will, because they're seeing a short timetable if President Trump comes into office, and seeing President right now, President Biden, who's MIA.
Yes. And I think that that's part of their calculation, that they think the United States won't come to the aid of the Philippines. Remember, the Philippines has the strongest military in the world backing it up, but Xi Jinping doesn't really care. He's still picking on Manila. And that leads me to believe that he thinks that the United States won't come to the aid of the Philippines. I tend to think he's wrong, but the point is, it doesn't matter what we will do. What matters is what Xi Jinping thinks we will do. And if he thinks we're not coming to their aid, it means he'll pick on them and he'll start a war. And that will be the beginning of history's next great conflict. Because we got wars in Europe. We got wars in the Middle East. We have what looks like wars in North Africa. If we have a war in East Asia,
thank you to President Biden.
World War III.
Thank you to President Biden. Gordon Chang,
Absolutely.
Stay on top of things. We'll talk to you again real soon, maybe tomorrow, the next day. But let's not let the American people know what the heck is going on. We're on the verge of World War III in the European, Asian area.
And Mideast.
Now in Asia, too.
And Mideast. You forgot the Mideast.
Thank you, President Biden.
Yeah, what a mess.
Thank you, Gordon.